Hey guys, Kevin Short here, Bassmaster Elite Series Pro. You know, at the Delaware River, one of the things that I did is I found, a relatively small area. It was like the very back, as far back as I could go in this little creek. And what I keyed on is there was a couple of little channel swings there that had quite a few laydowns in the water. Okay, and it wasn't even at high tide. It was probably only 5-6 foot at some of the deepest, so it wasn't like it was super deep water. The one thing that I noticed though is being that far back in the creek, there was a wild tide fluctuation at the Delaware River. Well, being that far back in the creek, it didn't fluctuate nearly as much. It was only about 1.5 foot, maybe 2 foot at the most, that it would go up and down. So that helped me a lot. And what I did is, I keyed on those little channel swings that were a little bit deeper than everything around them, and I was very thorough. I was flipping a little jewel. It's a Magnum casting jig. I flipped that, and I flipped a Zoom Z-Hog Junior when the tide would bottom out and the water would get real clear. Really small beaver style bait, and I was very thorough and really picked apart those laydowns and tried to put that jig, tried to put that little Z-Hog Junior in every little corner on every side of those laydowns and catch every fish that I thought was in there. And honestly, I managed to catch 19 fish out of there over the 4 days, and I was surprised that I caught that many fish out of such a small area. But the reason that I did that was just being so methodical and really picking those things apart and getting those bites. And the key, obviously the key was, when you get a bite, make sure you get it in the boat, because I knew I wasn't going to get a lot of bites. Okay, I had to make sure and get every fish hooked well, and I only lost one fish, the whole 4-day tournament. Unfortunately, it was a nice one, and it was a real tight. I would have, instead of finishing fourth, if I'd got that one in the boat, I would have finished second. So, that's the only thing that I not did wrong, but that's the only thing that went wrong. But like I say, the whole key was being persistent and being precise with those pitches.